The forest in the early morning light held its breath. Dozens of men moved through the trees near Inegöl and Bursa province, Turkey, calling out a single name into the damp air. They scanned the undergrowth for any sign of a body, a shoe, a scrap of clothing. The missing man had been drinking the night before. He had wandered off. His wife had raised the alarm. And then one of the searchers, a weathered construction worker in his early 50s, walked right alongside them, shouting the same name they were. His own. Beyhan Mutlu had spent hours helping look for Beyhan Mutlu. It sounds like the setup for a dark comedy or a riddle that refuses to resolve. How does a man end up on a missing persons report and then join the very effort meant to find him? The answer lies not in foul play, but in something more unsettling. The quiet unreliability of memory, perception, and the assumptions we make when panic sets in. What began as a routine welfare check spiraled into a situation so absurd that authorities, friends, and family had to confront a truth few ever consider. Sometimes the person you're desperately searching for is standing right beside you, and no one notices. Late on a Tuesday evening in September 2021, Beyhan Mutlu, a 50 or 51-year-old construction worker, had been drinking with friends in a forested area around Kayaka, near Inegöl. He became separated from the group. Alcohol had clouded his steps. Instead of heading home, he found shelter in a house or structure within the woods and fell into a deep sleep. His companions grew worried as the night deepened. They couldn't locate him. Word reached his wife. A missing persons report was filed. Turkish gendarmerie and rescue teams were mobilized. Volunteers joined. The search expanded through the night and into the following morning. Posters or announcements would have gone out locally. People imagined the worst: accident, injury, exposure. The forest can swallow a man quickly, especially one impaired. Mutlu awoke around 5 a.m. disoriented, perhaps still feeling the effects of the night before. He stumbled upon the search party. He saw concerned faces, organized movement. Without hesitation, he decided to help. Why wouldn't he? A fellow human was missing. He joined the line, calling out the name with the others, combing the same patches of ground. For more than 30 minutes, some accounts suggest longer, he participated fully in the effort to locate the missing person. The contradiction built slowly, invisibly. Here was a man whose name was on official reports, whose family was sick with worry, whose absence had triggered a multi-agency response. And there he was, blending into the very group looking for him. No one initially questioned the extra volunteer. In the chaos of a search, faces blur. Assumptions fill gaps. Everyone focused outward, on the unknown dangers of the woods, not on the person walking shoulder to shoulder with them. Then someone shouted it clearly, "Beyhan Mutlu." From within the group came the reply, "I am here." The moment hung suspended. Mutlu himself later described breaking into a cold sweat as realization hit. He told them who he was. At first, they didn't believe him. The search continued briefly until a friend, Mesut, recognized him and confirmed the impossible. The missing man had been part of the team the entire time. Police took him aside for a statement. Mutlu, still processing, reportedly pleaded, "Don't punish me too harshly, officer. My father will kill me." He was given a ride home. No major fine seems to have been issued. The operation ended not with tragedy, but with bewildered laughter and a story that spread rapidly. On the surface, it reads like a slapstick tale of drunken forgetfulness. But linger on the details, and unease creeps in. How thoroughly do we really see the people around us during a crisis? How quickly does the brain construct a narrative, the missing person is out there somewhere, and refuse to update it even when evidence stands feet away? Mutlu had changed his phone, which prevented direct contact, adding another layer of disconnection. He later reflected that he was paying for my friend's mistakes and called the whole thing like a joke. Yet the psychological undercurrents are richer. Alcohol impairs not just coordination but self-awareness and memory formation. Waking in an unfamiliar spot, encountering a search, his decision to help was empathetic, almost instinctive. The group's failure to notice him speaks to the tunnel vision of collective anxiety, everyone hunting for a ghost while the living man walked among them. This wasn't a case of deception or crime. There was no hidden malice, no cover-up. It was a perfect storm of human frailty, intoxication, poor communication, the fog of early morning, and the powerful human tendency to overlook the obvious when expectation points elsewhere. Behan Mutlu returned to his life as a construction worker. The story became a viral curiosity. The forest eventually grew quiet again. The name Behan Mutlu faded from the urgent calls. Yet for a brief, disorienting window, one man lived at the center of a search that had already found him. In that quiet corner of Bursa province, reality proved once again more whimsical than fiction, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and a subtle invitation to see more clearly what stands right before us. So let me ask you, how often do we miss what's right in front of us just because we've already decided what we expect to see? Next time you assume someone is missing from the story, are you sure you're seeing the full picture? If you want to uncover more dark truths and hidden histories, subscribe to FrameTale HQ, hit the notification bell, and leave your thoughts on this story in the comments below. Until next time, keep searching for the truth.